Hello people of the YouTube universe, it's your boy X here, and I would like to ask you all a question. Which game do you prefer, Gears of War 3 or Gears of War Ultimate Edition? I personally prefer Gears of War 3. Now, for those of you who follow me on social media, you'll know how I feel about GOW 3 and how I always rant on the game, but in all honesty, it's still one of my favorite games out of the GOW series when it comes to multiplayer. There are a lot of reasons why I choose GOW 3 over GOW UE, and I plan on covering a lot in this video, so I apologize if it drags on for too long. But if you're willing to just hear me out and politely leave your opinions in the comment section below at the end of the video, I'd really appreciate it. Also, I want to let you guys know that I will not be nitpicking and covering every little detail and every little thing within these games, because then the video will drag on for too long. So if you guys feel like I missed something or failed to mention a big issue, please let me know. The first thing that I'd like to cover are the number of characters. In GOW 3 you have a total of 41 characters without DLC, and with DLC you have a total of 63 characters. Now that's a wide range of characters to choose from. GOW UE, on the other hand, has a total of 33 characters without DLC, and with DLC, is a total of 44 characters. GOW UE barely breaks 40 characters, and that's with DLC, so a bit on the lacking side, and it also doesn't help that the last character you unlock is at level 60, and there's still 40 more levels to go, so that's a bit disappointing. Next up are the game modes. In GOW 3 you have 14 game modes to choose from, not including campaign. In GOW UE you have 7, again, a bit on the lacking side. GOW UE in general is just lacking in content, and when we compare each game mode, there aren't really that many differences between them. The only game mode that I would like to discuss and compare between the two games is King of the Hill. Now King of the Hill is my favorite game type of all time. It's the most fast-paced and most intense mode in multiplayer in my opinion. However, I love King of the Hill in GOW UE far more than in GOW 3. The one reason why is because of spawn points. In GOW 3, spawns in King of the Hill are completely random and sometimes downright broken. By this I mean there are times when I spawn in the same room as someone on the enemy team, or I'm on a certain location and the game decides to spawn the whole team right on top of me, or behind me, or right next to me. It's something that really irritates me and other players to no end. In GOW UE, I haven't had a spawn issue once. Not once have I spawned in the same room as someone, or the other team spawns directly in front of me or behind me. So King of the Hill in GOW 3 is a broken game mode, unfortunately, and I hope they fix that in the next one. Now I'm going to discuss starting weapons. I'm sure a lot of people may not like what I'm about to say, but rifles in Gears of War take absolutely no skill to use. And I don't just mean the retro either. I mean the Lancer, the Hammerburst, and the retro all take no skill. The reason why I'm saying this is because Gears of War is a type of game that revolves heavily around shotgun and power weapons. Sitting back and spraying a rifle is easy, and anyone can do it in my opinion. I'm against rifles in Gears because it completely slows down gameplay and makes the game less enjoyable. However, in GOW UE, rifles are practically non-existent, and I love it. GOW UE requires you to learn how to use a Gnasher. Sure, you can use the Lancer or Hammerburst, but these weapons don't have stopping power, and also only have enough bullets in their magazines to kill one person before having to reload. I know not everyone may feel the same way about rifles as I do, but I feel like if you're going to use a ranged starting weapon, use the snub pistol. It takes way more skill than using rifles. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that rifles won't ever be used. It's okay to use it from time to time, but just don't abuse it. It's easy, and I personally can't stand easy. Next up is something that is a big issue in every Gears of War game, and that's sponging. For those who don't know what sponging is when the person you're trying to kill refuses to either die or go down. It's really bad, and it pains me to still see it to this day. I pray sponging doesn't exist in Gears 4, but one can only hope. Gears 3 sponging is really bad because you know you're hitting shots. Like, the hit detection in this game is so great, you know for a fact where your shots are going to end up. You're not missing, you even have an active reload. However, the person you're trying to kill just won't die, but then you die in 1 or 2 shots. In GOW UE, the hit detection from your Gnasher is terrible, especially when you hip fire. If you hard aim a pop shot, then you'll be okay, but hip firing in GOW UE is awful because you don't know where your shots are going, and it can be very aggravating at times. Sponging is in both games, and there are many rumors and claims as to why it exists, but I honestly feel like it might have been put in the game on purpose. And I'm saying this because when your own character questions why people aren't dying, you know something's wrong. Aaron Griffin shouts, "Just die, goddamn." Bernie shouts, "Oh, what do I have to do?" Dizzy shouts, "Just die." Queen Mira shouts, One way or another, you will die. It's a little ridiculous, but these characters could be saying these things to indicate to the player that the enemy is badly wounded or is near death. But then again, even when they are at near death, they still won't die. And the final thing that I'm going to discuss is the movement and camera speed. When it comes to this, GOW 3 wins in every single way. The movement and camera speeds are perfect. I can move faster, I can see my surroundings better, and it's great. It's a great game for it. GOW 3 was a huge improvement from GOW 1 when it comes to movement. GOW UE, on the other hand, is very, very slow, and even when they added 30 sensitivity, it still felt really slow and often ruins the game at times. Because of the movement speed, I find myself getting stuck on walls more often. I can't turn around fast enough when people try to sneak up behind me, and strafing is almost non-existent because of it. So in the end, I choose Gears of War 3 over Gears of War Ultimate Edition because Gears of War 3 is a major improvement from the original GOW. Hit detection is better, movement speed is better, the variety of game modes and characters. Granted, Gears 3 relies heavily, too heavily, I might add, on rifles and is downright broken at times. But in the end, every Gears of War game has its problems, and its ups and its downs, its pros, its cons. These games aren't perfect, but I feel like as a community, we should try to make these games a little better. But there's really not much we could do in the end, and it's all up to the Coalition to learn from these games and expand upon them. So we can all argue and give our opinions on these two games, but one thing's for certain, we're all looking forward to Gears 4 this fall, and we can only hope that these guys deliver in the end. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, guys. If you stuck around to the end, I thank you and really appreciate you listening to me talk about these two games. Which games do you prefer, GOW 3 or GOW UE? Politely leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to hit the like button because it really helps me out a lot, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!
Selection.